Which company will begin production by the end of June? What company is working on protection guidance for 212 million barrels of oil equivalent? And whose company had 640,000 barrels of oil per day in the first quarter of 2008? Stay tuned for all this and more when we come back. Hello and welcome back to EnergyScout News and Information. I'm your host, Reb Byers. Today's segment will focus on production within the energy industry. And breaking news, a natural gas deposit deep beneath parts of Arkansas, eastern Texas, and northwest Louisiana is the current focus of the latest United States energy boom, with hedge funds betting on 3 companies vying to develop the area. Chesapeake Energy Corporation, an Oklahoma City, Oklahoma natural gas producer, has thrown its weight behind a push to extract gas from a largely untapped vein of shale as much as 11,000 feet deep. Contango Oil and Gas announced that its Mary Rose No. 2 well in Louisiana state waters has been successfully completed and production tested at a rate of approximately 29 million cubic feet equivalent per day. The company's net revenue interest in the Mary Rose No. 2 is 38%. The Mary Rose No. 2 is expected to begin producing by the end of June of 2008 to the company's recently completed platform at Eugene Island 11. Now let's take a further look at other news in the energy industry. Anadarko Petroleum Corporation has reaffirmed its full-year protection guidance at 207 million to 212 million barrels of oil equivalent. The reaffirmation confirms that the announcement by Enterprise Production Partners that its Independence Trail export pipeline repairs are expected to be complete in the first half of June versus Enterprise's previous estimate of mid-May. Devon Energy reported that combined oil, gas, and natural gas liquids production from continuing operations have averaged at 640,000 oil equivalent barrels per day in the first quarter of 2008. This was a 9% increase in production from continuing operations compared with the first quarter of 2007. The production growth was concentrated in onshore fields within the United States and Canada. Now it's down to business, but first it's time for our leaders and laggards. In fuel this week, diesel is standing strong at $4.33, and regular is averaging at $3.72. And now it's time for our people on the move. In strange news today, Bigfoot fever has returned, but is there more than one? Take a look.
I've had 2 encounters where I've seen them.
Retired St. Louis University Professor Tom Rue is a national leader of a group called Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization.
I know these Bigfoots exist. You know, it's not a question of, some mystical thing of believing in Bigfoot.
Dr. Rue says there may be as many as 6,000 roaming the wilderness. That's not many, really, when you consider you've probably never seen a grizzly bear, and there are more than 100 times that many out there. And according to Tom's organization, reports of sightings are increasing in Missouri as well as elsewhere. Well, go ahead, ask them where they might be lurking.
Along major rivers, like along the Missouri, along the Merrimack, along the, up around here, along the Burbus.
You don't think there's reason to be frightened of these creatures?
No, they don't hurt people.
The doctor expects to lead a full-scale expedition to check out Missouri sightings.
We've gone to thermal cameras, thermal imaging, and that's beginning to work quite well.
Don't get me wrong, I believe, but most of those pictures look like your hairy Uncle Larry. Come on, everybody's got one. And that's it for today's Energy Headlines. Be sure to check out our website daily for up-to-date rig counts and company information. And remember, if you would like to submit your energy news, be sure to contact us at EnergyScout.com. Don't forget to stay tuned with us tomorrow. We will take a look at drilling within the energy industry. For Energy Scout news and information, I'm your host, Red Byers.